Hello YouTube, it's DsChroniclesTho, and you know how it goes. Another week, another chapter. But before we get into this week's chapter, I thought we should do a quick little recap of what happened last week. So, if you remember last week, I made some fuckboy decisions. I ended up ditching Lacey for Jessica just because Jessica was something that I was already used to, and a lot of things are changing in my life at this point, and I wanted something that I was already accustomed to, which ended up being a stupid idea for me because I wasn't really gaining anything out of the relationship. So, yeah, anyways, we fast forward a little bit of time and we get to sophomore year, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and that's when some shit goes down. Alright, so it's sophomore year, we're on winter break. New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, it's just around the corner at this point. And me and Jessica are actually in a relationship at the moment, right? So as the break continues, she comes up with an idea. She goes, you know what, it'd be really cool if like you and like all of the friends, like the whole group of us, if we all hang out at my house for the holiday, right? And I tell her, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like, generally speaking, I spend the holidays with my family just because that's something I enjoy doing. But like, I thought, like, it'd be really fun, like, to be like with all my friends and like my girlfriend, like, hanging out for New Year's, right? So I told my parents about it, and then I mean they're cool with it. Like, they don't have a problem with it, and so it works out. We all planned it out, and the way it was gonna work was I was gonna get dropped off at it was gonna be at Jessica's house. So I was just gonna get dropped off at her house on the way to like the family party, like when my parents are gonna be going. So everything's fine, everything works out, and then we plan to like meet up at our house like probably like around like I don't know, like later, like 5, 6, 7, somewhere around that time frame. So finally it's the day of the party, it's the 31st, and then I texted like, oh, I'm actually on my way now. I actually was ended up leaving like a little bit early. Remember that I was leaving a little bit early, so I decided to text her to let her know, and she texts back, oh, it's fine, like everyone else is already here. And I thought that was a little weird, but I mean I didn't really think too much of it. And then so we keep texting back and forth. We're just talking and everything like that, and she starts like, I don't know. I feel like something's like off when like we're texting, right? And cause she was just saying like shit that didn't make sense and shit that was like she was just like doing like really like stupid like typos when she was texting, and like not to say that like her spelling is even good in general, but it's just like it was just like the mess up she was making. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? So I was like, bro, are you high or something? Like, what the fuck? And she texted me back and she goes, actually, yeah, like that's why everyone else came earlier because my parents weren't home. So they came over because they wanted me to smoke with them. And so so I was mad, and let me tell you why I was mad. Okay, so prior to this, I already mentioned how like going into sophomore year all the way up to this point, like my friends at this point were really into like smoking all the time, like after school, like every fucking day, like that's all they were trying to do, right? And they were always trying to smoke with Jessica, and it was really annoying. It was super annoying to the point that I would like a little bit before this happened. I told her like, dude, I'm sick of you like always smoking. Like, I honestly I want you to stop smoking. Like I was talking to Jessica, right? And and she was like, all right, yeah, I'll stop just because you told me to. And I was like, cool, right? And I told my friends, I was like, dude, like this shit like is super fucking annoying. You guys need to cut that shit out. Like I already told her I didn't want her to be smoking anymore. She said she's cool with it, but now I'm gonna tell you guys like stop fucking trying to get her to do that with you. Like that's super fucking annoying. And then they were just like, all right, whatever. Okay, so back to the story. So she tells me this, right, and I'm fucking pissed off because it's like not only am I mad that they didn't even tell me, like I'm just mad that they didn't tell me they were going early. Like they were just like completely ignoring me that whole day. Like they weren't texting me at all, and it was because they didn't want to tell me that they were going over there early just for the sole purpose of trying to get her to smoke with them. And like that was super, like the reason that even made me upset was because of the fact that like I said, these are my friends. Like these are my friends. We've been cool for years, like my close friends, right? And she's just coming to the equation now because that's my girlfriend. You know, like me and her have been dating. That's where like that's how she like got introduced to all these people through me. So it's really like it was really irritating that it's like it just felt like they were throwing me out the circle and like bringing her in when like that wasn't the original dynamic of the any relationship that was made, if that makes sense. So I was fucking pissed off. So so I texted one of my friends and I was I like why the fuck did you think that the shit was okay? Like I didn't even like go like kind of warm up to the conversation. Like I just like started unloading. What the fuck made you think that like that shit was cool? Like I already talked to you about it. You said you weren't gonna be doing that shit. Like all of you said that, and now I find out that all of you went there with this and with this sole purpose of doing that, right? And then he texts me back like get over it. She's gonna do whatever she wants. Like smoking isn't even a big deal. Like you're tripping about nothing. Like all like it was just like so much shit that just like did not even matter. Was like his argument, cause I understand like yeah I get the argument that she's gonna do whatever she wants. I can understand that argument. But that doesn't necessarily mean that like you have to be helping the situation. Like you have to be helping her in doing what she wants. You know what I'm saying? Especially since at the end of the day, you are my friend. I'm telling you, I didn't want that from you. Like, it would make sense for you to be like, yeah, like, I don't, I just, oh my god, man, thinking about it now, like, just, oh my god, so mad, dude, so mad. And then not only that, but like, I was like, it's not so crazy for me to say that. Like, it's not so crazy for me to say I didn't want her to be smoking. So then for you to say it's not a big deal, get over it. It's like, oh my god, it's like, dude, get the fuck out of my face. So I'm just like, I couldn't even hold it in, man. I was unloading on all of them. Like I was just going off on all of them. Like, dude, fuck you, fuck you. Like you're all fake ass friends. Like all, oh my god, I was so mad. Oh my god, I was so mad. And granted, this is all going down like on my way to the house. Like I'm literally en route to get to the house still, and I realized like I was kind of stuck because I could not tell my parents not to drop me off and like take me with them to the family thing. Like that was not an option because I'd already kind of made it a big deal that I was gonna go there. I mean, not really like a big deal, but like I was talking about like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. Like I'm gonna be with all my friends. I'm gonna be like with my girlfriend and everything like that. Like yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Blah blah blah. Like I already like made that kind of known. Like it's like I put that out there. So if I tell them like I don't want to go there anymore, they're gonna question what's going on. Like they're gonna ask me a bunch of shit like, why don't you want to go there? All your friends are there. What's going on? Blah blah blah. And it's like obviously I can't tell them like, oh, I don't want to go because they're all fucking high and I'm pissed off at all of them. Like that's not gonna do anything for me, right? So it sucks. And I realized like I have to keep my cool and like act like everything's fucking okay, even though like I don't want to be anywhere around any of these people, right? Oh my god. So we get to the house and I I text Jessica like, yo, I'm here, can you let me in? And she's like, yeah. So I goes to the door, she lets me in, and I see like all my friends there. I see her, she has some friends with her too. They're all there, and like she says hi to me, and I just like nod and say hey, and I see like a recliner like in like the corner of the living room, and I just fucking walk straight to that shit and just sit the fuck down, and like I don't even think the lights were on in that room. I'm pretty sure the lights were just off, and I just sat in the fucking couch like by myself, like not saying shit to anybody. And like they could tell like I really didn't want anyone to be around, so they just like left me alone, right? And her brother, he was like into games and shit, so they were playing like Mario Kart Wii and like Guitar Hero and shit like that. While so that they were all like having fun and everything like that during the party, and I'm just like sitting in the fucking corner like by myself, like not talking to anybody. And oh my god, it was fuck, dude, there's, I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad. And so I'm just sitting there, right, not doing shit. I'm not talking to anybody. Fucking, the lights are off. Like, for real, lights are just off. Like, I'm just. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. And eventually, like, I mean, her parents were there. Like, so the reason they came earlier was because her parents were not home earlier in the day, so they decided to come over like earlier in the day so they could smoke. And then by the time the parents did come, they would already be done. So the parents are there now, and a couple of hours go by, and then they like make food for everybody. So we all go to eat, and I like get up, get like my little paper plate, and start eating. And I didn't really have much of an appetite, so I think I ate like 2 fucking things and just like threw the plate away. And then I went back to the corner that I was sitting in. It was, dude, oh my god, that fucking day was so shit. Oh my god. And then so I'm sitting in the corner, and I'm like, I kind of calmed down a little bit, where I'm not like so upset, but I still don't want to talk to anybody. So at this point I get bored, right? So I did like the only thing that made sense to me at the time, which was to take out my phone and text Lacey, because like I needed to talk to somebody. Like I needed to say something to somebody. Like I was just like, I felt like I was just like, I was just trying to like hold everything in to not like blow up like with everybody there, you know, because that would have been fucking weird. So I text Lacey, and I'm like, I just fucking start like doing all this shit, like, dude, my day fucking sucks, like, I need to tell you what's going on, blah blah blah, like, even though we haven't talked in quite a while, even though we're not even close like that anymore, like, I need to fucking tell you everything, right? So so like I'm like going crazy on these paragraphs, like fucking essays and shit through text, like fucking saying everything that happened, like talking about how bullshit my friends are, how bullshit Jessica is, and like, oh my god. And then she was like, it's funny because like she's also at a party anyway, so she can't really like text back like immediately, which means like I'm like, and I didn't really want to like stop texting because it was kind of like gave me something to do, so I would just be texting like random shit like in between, like waiting for her to text back. So I mean, I'm sure I was blowing the fuck out of her phone, like blowing that shit up like crazy. I was saying like 50 fucking text messages at a time, like, oh my, just to do something to like avoid having to talk to them, right? And so the night goes on like that, and finally, like I calmed down to the point that like I'm willing to talk to them if they were trying to talk. So eventually Jessica makes her way over to me because she was hanging out with like my friends the whole fucking night, right? And like her friends are there too, so it's like all of them, like that big ass group. And then so she comes over to me, like I'm still by myself in the fucking corner, and then she's talking to me, and then like we're just talking, and I just was like, I was just so fed up with like being mad for so long that I was kind of just like, you know what, fuck it, like I'm just gonna act like I'm cool with everything, and then hopefully like I'll fucking get there, right? So me and her start talking, and then we're like, it was just like super normal, super casual. She doesn't even like bring up the fact that like I was mad. Like we just like, I don't know. She starts talking about like fucking popcorn or something, like like something that has nothing to do with anything. But like that's like the route she decides to take to talking to me again, right? And so like it's just going on like that. And as the night goes on, it's time to go to bed. And so obviously like her parents know we're dating, so they're not gonna like, they weren't cool with like us just like sleeping together. So like her and like her friends, they went up to like where her room was upstairs, and then me and like all my friends had to go to the basement and like sleep in the basement. And like they had like couches down there and like fucking mattresses, like air mattresses set up and all that shit for everyone to sleep, right? Because like it was like planned out and everything. So we go down there, and my friends still aren't talking to me. Like nobody wants to say shit to me, and I don't feel like saying shit to any of them anyway. So like we're quiet, right? But the thing is, like I'm quiet, but all of them are talking to each other. So as we're like going to sleep, like they're all like talking and like having like some really fun ass conversations with each other, and like I'm just like off to the side, like fucking quiet as shit, like going to sleep. It was, dude, it was just fuck that night, man. That was so bad, dude. So the next day, we wake up. It's kind of early. It's like, actually no, it wasn't even that early. Never mind. We woke up at like 10 or 11. Anyway, so we wake up. We go upstairs. We have breakfast and everything, and then I was actually gonna stay, like, I was supposed to stay, like, later, but I was just, like, I was just done with everything. I just wanted to, like, leave, go home. So I ended up calling my mom so she could come pick me up because, again, still I can't drive yet. And so she comes to get me and everything like that, and I leave. And as I'm leaving, Lacey started texting me again, right? Because she had, I mean, it's already later in the day, so I'm sure she was probably up like all night or whatever. So then she texted me and we just like start continue talking about how like shitty my night was, how shitty my night was, and she's just saying like, oh, you know, like I wish I could have helped you more, but like I was out and everything like that. There's really nothing I could have done. And I was like, yeah, you know, it's not a big deal. So she says like, yeah, you know, if you want, like I could come over later on and we could hang out and then we could like talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like it'd be cool, right? So I'm like, you know what, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Like pretty shitty mood to be honest. So it'd be pretty cool to like hang out with somebody who like actually fucking understands like where I'm coming from with this whole thing. So I said like, you know, I'm just gonna take a shower and shit, and then after that, like you can just go drive off whenever. So we go ahead and do that, and then she comes over. And then when she comes over, we're just talking. I'm just telling her like, basically like how fucking shit the night was, and everything, and like how like I'm super mad at like all my friends. I'm still mad at Jessica, but like what can I really do about it? Like I'm sure like after some time like shit'll die down and I'll be cool with it, right? So we're just talking about that. And then I get a text from Jessica, and she says something along the lines of, you know, like the way you were acting was super shitty. Like you shouldn't have been like that, or something fucking like that. I was not trying to hear. Like I was just not trying to hear that bullshit. So I texted her back saying, like I wanted to say like fuck off, but instead I just like, you know what? I'm hanging out with Lacey right now. Like I'll talk to you some other time. And so about like an hour, I would say like about an hour goes by. Then she texts me back and she's like, "It's over." And like that was like the whole that was the whole text. It's over. And I just looked at it. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like she just broke up with me over a text. Like this shit whack. So I texted her back, saying something like, "Really? Like you're gonna text me this shit? Like what the fuck?" And then she says like she just says it again. She's like, "Yeah, it's over." And I just like I was so fed up. Like I was just so fed up with like all of her bullshit. I was still fucking mad with my friends. I was done with their bullshit too, cause we still weren't talking. I was like, dude, like fuck everybody, like like fuck everybody, fuck everyone. And I wanted to like say all this shit to her, but like Lacey was still there, right? And I would have felt weird, like being like super upset with company over. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the bathroom for a little bit and just like calm down. So I was like, I just walked into the bathroom. I was in there for a few minutes until I calmed down. I was ready to like be like cool, I guess. And then I came out, and then I told her, I was like, yeah, Jessica, fucking whack. She's broke up with me right now because you were here. So like, fucking, I'm done with like I'm done with her. I'm done with like all that shit. And I asked her if she wanted to watch a movie because I just got Wall-E, and that movie is super fucking good. Just putting that out there, like Wall-E, super good ass movie. So I decided, we decided like just to watch the movie. So then we watched that, and like the rest of the day was like fucking cool. Like it was weird because I feel like once I decided that I was just like done with like all that bullshit, like it was just like a lot of like weight off my shoulders type of shit. Like I was just like super like calm and like chill, and like I was just done like stressing about like all the shit that was going on, because I decided like I just wanted to be like past like all that fucking petty ass shit. Like I was done with my friends at the moment at least, and I was just done with her. I just wanted to have a chill ass day, and that's really how the rest of the day went out. So like at the end of the day, even though like the experience was super fucking terrible and it was like one of the worst holidays of my life, it actually like ended up helping me out because it pushed me away from like all that like drama and all that like bullshit that I wasn't really trying to be a part of, and like kind of like got Jessica out of my system, so to speak, because I was just so fed up with like all that bullshit. And like my friends kind of went their separate ways. Me and them, like, we parted ways. They, like I said, they had been shady for a while before then, so it like allowed me to just move past that shit also. So I mean, this continued for like the rest of the year. And it's funny because since like I was no longer friends with my friends anymore, and I wasn't hung up on Jessica anymore, it allowed me to, start talking to Lacey a lot more, because like Jessica really wasn't in the way of anything on my end, and we were able to like build up like a friendship again, everything like that. And then also I was forced to talk to like other people at school, because like I said, I wasn't friends with my friends anymore. And so this continued all the way up until, so now we're like April. This is like April, sophomore year. School year's about to be done, and I end up getting pretty cool with this girl in my bio class. Okay, so me and her start talking, and she tells me the teacher tells us that we're gonna have a project coming up in class. So for our project, we had to like find plants in their natural habitat, and we had to like describe them and like say what type of plants they are and like all this other bullshit. So me and her actually ended up being partners for this, right? So we went to a forest preserve where there was like a big little like lake creek shit in the middle of it was more like a pond. And we were like looking at all these plants, and on that day, like the girl that was my partner, she could actually drive, so she like came and picked me up, and we went to the thing, and then we went to go get food before we went to the pond for the work on the project. And we went to Taco Bell, and I got my quesadillas, got my hard shell tacos, got my bean burritos, got my cinnamon twist, got my large pink lemonade, all the shit, right? I was good. I was eating out there, and I remember like, for some fucking reason, I don't know why, she thought it'd be really funny to like get a bunch of grass and like open up my drink, like the lid on my drink, and throw the grass in my drink. I mean, I don't I don't know why she thought that was funny. It just annoyed the shit out of me. So I just like fucking threw the drink. Like I like threw all the drink out of my thing, and I just like threw it in the bag and like threw it all away and everything. And I was like, dude, you can take me home now. She was like, what the fuck? Okay, so she was driving me home. Dude, I don't know why she did that shit. Like, what was the point of throwing the grass in my drink? I still don't understand. Whatever, fuck that. Anyway, so she takes me home, and then we sit down. Like, when we get home, on the way there, like, she was like saying like, you know what, sorry for doing that. Like, that was stupid. And I was like, all right, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's cool. It's done with, whatever, I'll come over it, right? so we get to my house, and then we go to like I go to leave, like to get down and everything like that, and she's like, oh, like, can I come in and everything like that? And I was like, you know what, that's fine, like, it's cool, we can hang out, it's fine. So then she comes in, and I guess there was like nobody home for some reason, I don't really know. Like, it wasn't like people were at school, or I mean, people that were at work. Like, it was like after school or anything like that. So I don't know why, but no one was home. And so we go in there. We go down to like the downstairs living room, and then we're talking, and then we start making out, right? So then I'm like, oh shit, all right, cool. So things are going pretty good, right? And then so we're making out and everything like that, and then she like gets over and she like gets on top of me. And so like I'm sitting down like on a couch, right? And then she's just like straddling like on top of me. And then she like starts to like undo like my pants and stuff like that. And she starts taking my pants down. And I was like, oh dang. I was like, oh shit, because now I was like, yo, it's about to get lit in here, right? So then she's undoing my pants, taking my pants off and everything like that. And then she like stops. She's like, are you a virgin? And I was like, yeah. Like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, right? I felt like, what the fuck, like, if I lie about it, and, like, what happens if, like, I'm whack? She's like, what the fuck, like, how are you whack, you know what I'm saying? But at least, if I tell her the truth, and I'm whack, like, she's not gonna think it's a big deal. She's like, oh, well, shit, obviously, So I tell him, like, yeah, and then, like, yo, as soon as I fucking said that shit, she just, dead ass stopped, like, she was like, whoop, and she, like, got up, she like got up, and she got off, and she was like, actually, never mind. We probably shouldn't do this. Oh my god, I was so fucking confused. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, I was like, okay, why? And then she started telling me, like, you know, like, I lost my virginity to, like, somebody who I wasn't in love with, right? And the dude was, like, an asshole, and, like, he never talked to me again, like, all this other shit. And she was saying, like, I think it's important for people to, like, be in love with when the first time they have sex and everything like that, right? So I was like, damn, alright, well, kind of like your typical response you would get, right? So I'm like, damn, well, this shit kind of dead, alright. So then she ends up telling me, like, you know, I think it's like, I think it'd be a good idea for me to leave. And then I look at her, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, dude, I got rejected hard as fuck. Like, you're about to just walk out, alright, that's cool. And then she like starts telling me, like, you know, like it's not like that. Like, I just think that, like I said, like, you just be in love with somebody would be when the first time you do it. And then I was like, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm kind of like, I'm kind of at a point where I just don't really give a shit. So if it's not gonna be you, then that's fine. Like, it's not like I'm trying to pressure you to fuck me or something like that, you know. But like, I'm not gonna end up losing it to somebody I'm in love with anyway, so it's cool. Like, if it's not you, it's gonna be someone else. It's not a big deal to me, right? So then she's like, alright. So then, I mean, she doesn't really know what else to say. So then so I go to the room, cause that's like, she put her purse down, like all the other shit in my room, right? So I go in there, and she like grabs her stuff and she's going to leave, and then she looks at me and she asks me, like, oh, what are you gonna be doing? And I was like, I don't know, I'm probably just gonna like chill in my room for a bit, and then I go to sit down on my bed, and she looks at me and she's like, okay, and then I'm like, alright, and then like, I'm just waiting for her to leave so I can like go after I like close the door and like lock it and shit like that, right? And she's just like standing there for a little bit, and I'm like kind of fucking confused, cause she doesn't say anything, she's just like standing in the doorway. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? So I end up just like laying down. I'm like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna lay down and you can just do whatever the fuck you want, right? So I just lay down, and then she's just like, can I lay next to you? And I was like, okay. So then she comes next to me, right? And then she's laying down, and then we're both just laying down. We're just sitting there, like, not saying shit, like, not saying nothing. We're both just I'm like looking at the ceiling, like, I don't know what the fuck she's doing next to me, but I'm just looking at the ceiling, right? And we're laying there, and then she goes, oh, you convinced me, let's do it. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't say anything, but like, I'm not gonna argue, right? Like, what the fuck? I'm finally about to do it, right? So I'm like, cool. So then she's like, do you have a condom? I was like, yeah, I got you. So then it's funny because like the only I mean, it's not like I'm going around like having like regular sex or anything like that. So the only condom I even have is like a condom my friend gave me once. Like, I don't even know like how long ago he gave it to me, right? So I like reach into my drawer, I pull it out, and it was like, I remember it was like the flavored ones. It was like strawberry or cherry. I mean, it was red, right? Side note, who the fuck even uses those? Whatever. Anyways, so I grab it, right, and then she's like trying to teach me, like, okay, this is how you open it, this is how you put it on, like all this other shit, right? I'm looking at her like, bruh, I've seen movies, like, I fucking got this, right? So I put it on, and then she ends up like she gets on top of me again, and she takes my pants off like all the way, right? And then like my shirt's still on, and it was actually, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weak because like she just took her pants off, but she didn't like get naked or anything like that. So I was a little disappointed, you know, like, even though it was about to be my first time, like, I was still a little disappointed because I was like, dang, bro, like, because I mean, this girl was pretty attractive, so I was kind of whacked that she didn't get naked, but whatever, right? I'm not gonna complain. So she gets on top of me, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I did struggle a little bit trying to find where it goes. Like, I was trying to find the whole, you know, the whole stereotype shit. I couldn't really do it, and then she's like, bro, I got you. So then she grabs me and she like puts me in and everything like that. I'm like, oh shit, like, yo, I'm in. Like, I was like super excited. I was like, I'm in. Like, this shit's about to be dope. So like, I mean, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, right? Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I had only ever seen some shit on some porn sites, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? in porn, like, the guy is always, like, going super fucking hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's always, like, just thrusting his life away. So I'm gonna do the same shit, right? So I'm like, I like grab her by the waist and everything like that, and I'm like trying to go like as fucking hard and like fast as I possibly can, like trying to be like super pro status, right? Super. So I'm trying to be like the most professional fucking person ever. Not knowing, like, dude, this is like, bro, this is your first time. You don't want to be going that fast because fucking 5 minutes later, I'm just like fucking KO knockout, like that's a wrap. Like this shit, oh my god. But it was funny because like I was so excited that I was like, dang dude, like I'm going forever. And now like fucking look at the time, and I was like that clock is fucking wrong. Like there's no way that it was only like 5 minutes. Like that clock is wrong. Obviously, I was fucking killing it for about 5 hours. Like I don't know what the fuck this thing's talking about, but I know I'm good, right? So I finish and everything, and like right when I'm done, like right when I'm done, she gets a phone call, okay, and so she answers it, and it was her mom, and then oh my god, so she fucking answers the phone, and she's like, oh hey mom, what's up? Yeah, I'm just at Dylan's hanging out. Oh yeah, I'm about to leave right now. It's cool. Oh, food's ready? Yeah, I'll be there in a bit. But like the way she's talking, like, dude, she's like not out of breath. Like she's super fucking like it's like she's super fucking calm and collected. Like she was just fucking woke up from a nap or something. Like I don't know. Like she just it was not phased by shit. And I was like laying there looking at her like, yo, what the fuck? Like I'm over here, like my fucking heart is pounding, like I'm fucking tired, like what, like where the fuck were you when I was doing what I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my, I was so fucking like confused, and then she looks at me, she hangs up and she looks at me, and she was like, wait, you're finished, right? And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck do you mean? Like, oh, oh, it was, dude, it was so funny. Oh my god, it was so funny. It was so funny. I didn't even know what to say. I was like, oh, yeah. And, I mean, to be honest, she was very experienced beforehand, like, before this. So, looking back at it now, I can see why shit wasn't the same on both ends. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my, I didn't know what the fuck just happened. And then so she gets up and she's like, puts her pants back on. And she's like, all right, well, I'll see you at school tomorrow.